Welcome to this lesson 26. Today we're going to learn about past continuous positive. And if you haven't revised your past simple tense, you really should do that now. But if you find this confusing, go back to the past simple tense and check. Do it again. Right, so when do we use the past continuous positive? We use the past continuous to talk about actions in the past, and often we use it with past simple. So example, I was reading a book. Now that's a long action because you can't read a book in 1 minute, can you? So I was reading a book when my mother came home. So my mother came home, said, hello, hello, I'm home. That's a short action. So I was reading a book when my mother came home. And where's the verb in the second part of the sentence? When my mother came home. Where's the action verb? The action verb is came. So come and past tense is came. So we change this verb to the past simple tense. Now let's look at some more later on. How do we do it? We say I, he, she, it, you, we, they, the subjects. Then you have the verb be, but this time in the past. So not am and is and are. Now we say was, because it's past tense, and were. I was, he was, she was, it was, you were, we were, and they were. And then you have your action verb with ing, walking, and some more information. So I was walking in the park. Read it with me. I was walking in the park. He was eating a hamburger. She was learning English. It was making a noise. You were doing the housework. We were playing football. They were speaking on the phone. Now it's going to get a little bit more interesting, but don't worry, you will understand. Now what we do is we add a short action. So I was walking in the park. It's a long action when I saw my friend. I was walking in the park when I saw my friend. And the second section here, when I saw my friend, saw is past simple of see. See, saw. I was eating a hamburger. He was eating a hamburger when his phone rang. So rang is your verb. So the phone ring, past tense is rang. Amy was learning English when she met John. Meet, met. The dog was making a noise when the doorbell rang. Ring, rang. You were doing the housework when we visited. Visit, visited. We were playing football when it started to rain. Start, started. They were speaking on the phone when she sneezed. What sneeze? Achoo, sneezed. Past tense of sneeze, sneezed. So let's look at these second verbs again. The ones are highlighted here. Saw. So see, saw. Ring, rang. Meet, met. Ring, rang. Visit, visited. Start, started. Sneeze, sneezed. So you see you use the past tense for the end of the sentences. The short action is the past tense, and the long action, I was walking in the park, is a continuous tense. So let's practice. She was writing on the board, or she were writing on the board? She was writing on the board. They was listening to the lesson, or they were listening to the lesson? They were listening to the lesson. And I was driving carefully or were driving carefully. I. Nice. Now you can do this one. It's uncles, not one, not uncle, it's uncles. Now, these are the short actions. And my mother was feeding the baby is the long action. When I home. So we need the past tense of this verb. Which one is past tense? Get or got? Got home. That's right. My mother was feeding the baby when I got home. They were playing computer games when the screen off. Go or went. Which one is past tense? So go or went. Correct, went off. We're going to practice these a little bit more in the next 2 lessons, so don't worry too much if it's a little bit difficult now, but you will understand it after a couple more lessons. So we're going to see you next time for the past continuous negative. Well done. We only have 2 more lessons after this and you finished. Really good job. Well done.